If you do look at the first letter of Peter, you'll see that from chapter 1, verse 13 through chapter 2, verse 10 is an extended appeal for holiness. It's calling all believers to holy living, which is obedient to Christ. And holy living obedient to Christ is marked first and foremost, we shouldn't be surprised, by love. And our verse for the day is chapter 1, verse 22, which says, "Now that you have purified your souls by your obedience to the truth, so that you have genuine mutual love. Love one another deeply from the heart." So let's break that verse down. Now that you have purified your souls by your obedience to the truth. There's a difference between saying, yes, I believe something is true, and actually living as if you believe something is true. In the 21st century in the West, there are people who think, well, if I know something intellectually or mentally, that I know it. Biblically, that's not the same concept. And biblically, you don't know something unless you do it. And so he begins by saying, if you've purified your souls by your obedience to the truth, so that you have genuine mutual love. Our obedience to Christ will lead us to have and to demonstrate and to share and model genuine mutual love. And that's something that we all have to ask ourselves. Do I mutually love my sisters and brothers in Christ in the church, whoever they are? And he says, so that you have done that, love one another deeply from the heart. And another translation of that is from a pure heart. So the kind of love that you and I are called to practice and to share in the church and as Christians is a mutual, deep love from the heart. This is not something that's superficial. It's not something that is at a surface level. And this is part of why people in the early church called one another sisters and brothers, because it was like being part of a new family. And in 1 Peter, where we're talking about the church as a home for the homeless, part of what I mean by that is this is where we find our true identity and our deepest level of community is in the mutual, genuine, heartfelt love of being a part of the church, being in community with other people seeking to live obedient to the truth of Jesus Christ and to live lives of love. This is what it's all about and why we come back to it so many times in these daily devotions. Because if we don't have love, as Paul says in 1 Corinthians 13, we're just a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal.